Hey VC, this is Glenn, your low-end music freak. This is a contest entry. The contest is for Guz69. It's to celebrate his 200 subscriber, reaching his 200 subscriber goal, which is great. That's a lot of subscribers. I'm hoping I'm going to get there myself. I also have a contest running for my 100th subscription on the Glen Kellaway channel. If anyone's interested in having more fun with contests, I think the contests are the most fun of the VC. I love watching everybody's channels and getting an opportunity to find out about new music and see everybody's passion for music. It's been so rewarding over the last few months since I've gotten involved. But the contests are definitely fun. Anyway, there were 3 parts to this contest, and it was a pretty cool, very inventive. It took a while to pull everything off the shelf and think about it. So the first part, 2 cover songs and the original album. Show 2 cover songs on albums and then show 2 of the original albums that those songs came from. So the second part was show albums from 3 different projects with the same drummer. I like that one because I'll get to talk about my favorite drummer. And thirdly, show 3 albums with mythical creatures on the cover. So it took a while to get this together. So here we go. Let's start with number 1. 2 covers and the 2 original albums. I'm going to start with The Byrds, Mr. Tambourine Man. The pretty much the grandfather of folk rock. This album's a great album. This is a fairly new pressing on red vinyl. Not sure if you can see it in the plastic there, but there it is. The Byrds, Mr. Tambourine Man. Came off of the great Bob Dylan album, Bringing It All Back Home. So there is Mr. Tambourine Man, The Byrds. Number 2, early Deep Purple, Shades of Deep Purple. They do the Beatles' Help on this album. And there's the original, the Beatles' Help album. Great song, great cover. That's number 1. Number 2, show 3 different projects with the same drummer. So my favorite drummer is Ginger Baker. Now, I was fortunate enough to see Cream in 1968 at Massey Hall in Toronto. That's the one thing I still vividly remember after 51 years since I saw the concert, is Ginger Baker's drumming. He was just incredible to watch. I can't even describe it. He was a great drummer. Here is, obviously, I've got a Cream box set here. So there's Ginger's work with Cream. We'll start with Fresh Cream, their first album. Disraeli Gears, another classic. Wheels of Fire, and Goodbye Cream. So there's his first project that I'm going to use. Now, secondly, after Cream broke up, Ginger and Eric Clapton, Blind Faith with Stevie Winwood and Rick Gretsch. I was fortunate enough to see Blind Faith as well, so I saw Ginger twice in 2 of these projects. Saw Blind Faith in 1969 in July at an open air stadium at the University of Toronto called Varsity Stadium. The opening acts were Delaney and Bonnie and Friends and Taste. Another one of my favorite concert memories of all time. Thirdly, now Ginger's had quite a few projects. He's had the Ginger Baker Trio, where he did his jazz thing with Bill Frisell, and I can't remember who the bass player was on that. Maybe Charlie Hayden. Anyway, Ginger Baker also had Ginger Baker's Air Force. This was another band he put together. So that is 3 different projects with the same drummer. My favorite drummer, Ginger Baker. Lastly, 3 albums with mythical creatures. Well, I'm going to use the same band for 2 of these. Uriah Heep. I was a big Uriah Heep fan. This is their second album called, no, this is their first album. Very heavy, very humble. Uriah Heep. This was the cover that I was used to in Toronto that came out, and I bought the album. This is the cover that's on, I think, maybe the British, it might have been the early release, or the UK version of the album. But either way, that's I don't know if that's a mythical creature, just a scary bastard, but that is definitely a mythical creature if I've ever seen one. So there's one. The other one, the album is called Demons and Wizards. So there is the mythical cover for Demons and Wizards. Last but not least, Deep Purple's third album, self-titled Deep Purple. How's that for mythical? It's the I don't even know how to pronounce that guy, Hieronymus Bosch or whatever it was, cover with all kinds of weird creatures and people and things sticking out of different parts of their bodies and anatomies, and but that's my third one. So I want to thank you, sir, for putting on the contest. It was a lot of fun. It was a bit challenging, which is appreciated. And congratulations on 200 subs, and we shall talk later. Thank you.